Hello, friends. Before we start our story, we have a short message for grown-ups. Still searching for a great candidate for your company? Don't search, just match with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. When Clark was recently in the process of hiring, he found it incredibly time-consuming. In hindsight, it might have been much easier and faster if he had used Indeed. Leveraging over 140 million qualifications and preferences every day, Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences. So the more you use Indeed, the better it gets. Join more than 3.5 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/sleeptight. Just go to Indeed.com/sleeptight right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/sleeptight. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. I'd like to say hello to Beau and Amelie, ages 9 and 7 from England. And hello to Stellan and his cats, Fiona, Buffy, Coconut, and Little Dude. Happy belated birthday to Isla, who turned 3 on November 24th, and Ziva, who turned 6 on December 6th. Abba and Mommy love you so much. Happy belated birthday to Oliver, who turned 9 on December 4th. Happy 9th birthday, Oliver. We are very proud of you and love you so much. Lots of love from Mommy, Daddy, Jacob, and Tilly. Happy belated birthday to Jamie Offenheim, who turned 11 on December 4th. Happy belated birthday to Farron on Vancouver Island, who turned 9 on December 5th. Your mom and dad are so proud of you. You are an incredibly creative, funny, and caring person, and they love you very much. And happy belated birthday to Matan, who turned 8 on December 8th. Matan, we are so proud of the person you are becoming. You bring so much light to us and to all those who surround you through your kindness, humor, and love. Love your mom, Abba, and sister Leah. Happy birthday to Harrison from Greenville, South Carolina, who is turning 9 on December 11th. Mommy, Daddy, Jackson, and Lawson all love you. Happy birthday to Lucy Payton of Whitburn, Scotland, who is turning 8 on December 12th. Lots of love from Mommy, Daddy, Chili, Lily, and Bunny. Happy birthday to Grace in Buffalo, New York, who is turning 8 on December 12th. Happy birthday from Mama, Daddy, Robbie, and Brad. They love you very much. Happy birthday to Lucas, who goes to Amelia Earhart School in Alameda, who is turning 6 on December 12th. Happy birthday to Teddy from Hobart, Australia, who is turning 6 on December 13th. And happy birthday to Evie, who is turning 10 on December 17th. Happy birthday to you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Shoutouts and birthday wishes are one way we give thanks to our supporters. If you would like to support us and receive more bedtime entertainment like this, all ad-free, please visit our support page at sleeptightstories.org/support. Thank you. Margherita, our pizza-loving cat, is back. Libby has just arrived home from school and is freezing. She doesn't like snow and is still not used to it since where they lived before didn't have snow. Margherita greets her at the door, butting her with her head until she touches the white stuff, and then runs off to hide. Margherita still loves pizza as much as before, and so this year, Libby has bought some new ornaments for their Christmas tree. They are pizza-shaped. I hope Margherita likes them. Margherita and the Christmas Tree. Libby walked in the front door, her boots all covered in white powdery stuff. She wasn't quite sure how she felt about that. Where she lived before the Great Move, there wasn't snow or much in the way of cold. But every day, she shivered and shivered all the time, making her friends laugh at her, especially at lunchtime. The cafeteria was so drafty at her new school. As usual, Margherita greeted her at the door. "Hi, Margherita, did you miss me today? Did you keep warm?" "I've been almost freezing to death," Libby said. Libby tended to exaggerate a little. Margherita meowed and butted her head against Libby's leg, at least until she made contact with the wet, cold white stuff. Then she arched her back, jumped backwards, and ran to the sofa, where she hid under a blanket to get warm. I don't blame you, Margherita. I would do the same thing, except I have homework to do, and Mother says I have to finish it before she gets home at dinner time, Libby said, with a kind of bored look on her face. She liked school, but English was her least favorite subject, and the teacher was always sending home homework. Libby preferred the comfort and predictability of math. Walking into the kitchen, Libby said to Margherita, "Would you like a pizza snack? I am making hot cocoa and pizza bites. I could share." Margherita stuck her head out from under the blanket. She was no ordinary cat. Not only was she super smart, she also loved to eat pizza. In fact, that's all she would ever eat. Libby and her mom had tried everything. They tried to give the orange cat a drink of milk, but the cat wouldn't drink it. They tried to feed her tuna, but the orange cat would not eat it. They tried leftover hamburger, but the orange cat would not eat it either. They bought premium cat food, which Libby thought was kind of stinky anyway, and Margherita just would not eat it. Fresh pizza? She would eat slice after slice. Lately, pizza bites had been her favorite snack. At the sound of the plastic wrapper being opened, Margherita hopped off the couch. She pranced into the kitchen, sitting and patiently waiting while Libby prepared her snack. Once they finished heating in the microwave, Libby set her pizza bites on the table with a cup of hot cocoa and gave her best friend her share in a bowl that was decorated with pizza slice stickers. "My English homework won't get done without me," Libby said with a sigh as she opened her book. An hour later, her mother came home and let a blast of cold air in the door. "Mom, I just got warm and now I am freezing to death again," Libby said as a slight chill hit her body. "Hello to you too," her mother said. Libby's mom was almost always cheerful. "I don't know how you can get any homework done with your headphones on. How was your day?" Libby's mother asked as she set out some food for dinner. and opened a box of fresh pizza for Margherita, who was already purring, meowing, and rubbing up against Libby's mother's leg. "Libby!" Libby took off her headphones as her mother let out a loud sigh. "Sorry, Mom, I couldn't hear you with my headphones on." "I noticed." "What's for dinner? I'm almost starving," Libby said, rubbing her stomach at the same time. "I got takeout again. I'm just too tired from work to make something homemade tonight, so I got us some curry and a fresh pizza for Margherita." "Could I have curry and pizza? I haven't had that combination before," Libby asked. "It sounds delicious." "No, dear. Eat the rice, vegetables, and the curry. It's not homemade, but it's better than always eating pizza." "Oh, Mom, Margherita doesn't seem to mind eating pizza every day, and look at how great she looks." "Well, I think she has a magical metabolism that no other cat or human has," Libby's mother replied. "Tonight, I thought we could put up our Christmas tree. I got some new decorations last weekend, including the ones you picked out, and we still have some of the ones we made when you were younger." "Okay, Mom. What do you think, Margherita? Would you like to help us put up the tree?" Margherita meowed. That evening after dinner, Libby and her mother put up the Christmas tree. They had one that looked like it was dipped in snow, which Libby didn't approve of. Every time she looked at it, she got a chill. Libby was thinking that she may never grow accustomed to the cold and snow. Their tradition was to dress in matching pajamas, play old Christmas music, and drink hot cocoa. At the same time, they put their multicolored balls and other trinkets on the tree. Libby had even picked out some ornaments that looked just like little pieces of pizza. Libby thought it would be much more fun if they could listen to something other than that old people's music from 20 years ago, but her mother would always complain when she put her music on. "Where is Margherita?" Libby's mother asked. "I haven't seen her all evening." "I don't know. She usually waits out here until bedtime since she always sleeps with me in bed. Maybe she is in there waiting for me. All the pizza she had for dinner might have made her tired," Libby said as she walked towards her room. "She's not in here, Mom." "Well, I'm sure she will turn up. She might have been scared of the tree and is hiding somewhere. But it's time for us to get ready for bed. We have another day before the weekend comes," Libby's mother said as she let out a great big yawn. "Okay," Libby replied. She wouldn't blame Margherita for avoiding the tree with its white tips. She probably thought it was real snow and didn't want to feel cold. Libby relied on Margherita's friendship in order to have a good night's rest. Every night before she closed her eyes, she and Margherita would talk about her day. Libby had made friends since moving here, but none were as close as her funny orange cat. Ever since Margherita followed her home after school that day, she had helped Libby deal with the stresses of trying to fit in at a new school. The fact that her cat ate pizza helped break the ice with the girls that became her friends. She tried to stay awake as long as she could, but eventually she fell asleep without her best friend lying on top of her bed. Libby was a sound sleeper, but had left her bedroom door open as she went to bed, just in case Margherita wanted to come in during the night. Otherwise, she might not have heard the noise from the living room. First, there was a deep howl, and then a faint scrambling noise, like little claws on wood, barely audible but distinctly out of place in their quiet house. Then, the sounds escalated into a loud rustling and crackling reminiscent of dry leaves in a storm. A loud meow finally woke Libby enough to sit up in bed. "What's going on?" Libby said out loud as she rubbed sleepers from her eyes. Then she heard a tinkling noise, like little bells being rung, followed by a light thud, thud, thud. "The Christmas tree," she said aloud as she got out of bed, meeting her mother in the hallway. Neither of them had time to say a word, because there was then a deeper, more ominous noise. It was a heavy thud that seemed to shake the very floor of their house, the unmistakable sound of something large falling over. Libby and her mother arrived in the living room just in time to see and hear the tinkles and soft thumps of ornaments being scattered across the floor, and the distinctive jingling of bells and the clatter of heavier decorations bouncing past them down the hallway. In the middle of it all was Margherita, tangled in a string of lights with several ornaments scattered around her. The room was a mess, and the tree was a complete disaster. Margherita didn't look too happy to be tangled up in the lights, and she let out a deep meow to let Libby know. "I'll help you," Libby said as she quickly waded through the mess to help Margherita. Her mother let out a great big sigh. She wasn't looking forward to having to clean up the mess, but she couldn't help but laugh at Margherita's predicament. "Notice what is between her paws?" Libby's mother asked. "It's those new decorations you picked out." "You don't think she—" "Yes. Those decorations look exactly like little pieces of pizza. And no doubt, Margherita climbed up the tree in order to try and eat them," Libby's mother said, laughing. "What a silly cat." After Libby freed Margherita from the mess of wires, she took her into her room for the night. "Let's leave this mess until tomorrow," her mother said. "We all need sleep. Even you, you funny cat." The next evening, after dinner, Libby and her mother cleaned up the mess and put the tree up again. This time, they fastened the tree to the wall and put away the ornaments that looked like pizzas. This time, Margherita watched them from the couch, underneath her blanket, to keep warm from the white tips of the Christmas tree. "I thought the ornaments were cute," Libby said. "It didn't cross my mind that Margherita would think they were real pizzas. And why would she want to eat them after all the slices she had last night?" "Well, luckily she wasn't hurt," her mother said, laughing. "She has an appetite greater than you and I combined." There is never a dull moment with Margherita around. And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.